Okay. Sorry about that. Of course, as soon as I click start stream, I have to go to the bathroom. Anyway. Hello, everyone. Hope we're having a fantastic Sunday. Today, we're going to start off with our usual Golden Saucer shenanigans, and then we're going to continue on with Endwalker MSQ. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish up Elpis today. I think we will, because I think there's only the dungeon and then, like, the finale quest. So hopefully we can figure out exactly how Meteon and... what's his name again? Hermes are involved with the Telepharoi, and what exactly is going to happen. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull up Kai's graphic and see what ridiculous outfit we're going to make this week. So just a second, I realize my door is still slightly open. I don't need this up. Don't need that up. Yeah, let me fix my door. Can I reach it from here? Nope. Okay. Let's actually show this on screen for you guys. Okay, it should be a really easy week because I believe I have one of these roses, and I have Aodai. I have the Aodai, in my glamour dresser, and I think I actually, and then I think I can get. See, in the image of the ancients. I don't think I've done that quest, but I should only need these two, and I think I might even have something, one of the earrings, that I can use here. But I think we only need 2 items. We only need 2 items to get the 80 points. So let's go ahead and make that outfit. Let's see. Open up the glamour plate. Get rid of the ridiculous legs. And we need the Aodai, which is right here. And the... let's see, is that one of the ones that counts? Oh, no, this isn't one of those. That's a little annoying. Do I have an earring that'll count? Red carnation earring. No, I don't. Okay, so neither of these count. So then, what should I do? So I think I just need to get a matching dye, which means I should be able to dye either my boots Snow White, or my gloves Soot Black. So I'll go ahead and try doing that. Let's go ahead and apply this. Looks ridiculous. And let's head on over to Golden Saucer. Now I think, yeah, so gloves or boots, I'll check that before, make sure to check that before we actually present. Back in my day, we didn't used to have those maps. See, back in my day, which was like a month before they added the maps to the Aetheryte, the little Aetheryte teleports. Or mini Aetherites, what are they called again? I think it's mini Aetherites. Either way, we gotta take care of our mini cactpot tickets first. Let's see if we can get a little extra MGP. Gotta do the usual triangle. Or the Y, not triangle. Okay, we can get 1, 2, 3 here. But not today. Let's see if we can get the second one. Let's make a Y. Okay, so we can get 7, 8, 9, or 1, 2, 3 here. But you gotta go for big or go home. Didn't matter. Try one more time. We got one more card. One more chance. Okay, we can get 7, 8, 9 here. You can't get 1, 2, 3 anywhere else, so I'll go for the 7, 8, 9. Unfortunately, none of the cards were good ones this week. Or today. This is a daily thing. Either way, let's go ahead and check out the Jumbo Cactpot, see if we can get not last place. Let's see, this is about to end. Oh, cliffhanger. Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Cliffhanger has a really long timer before it times out. Or not. Oh, wrong one. I was thinking of Leap of Faith. Okay, let's do cliffhanger real quick. I thought I was too late to do the 3 o'clock gate, but apparently I'm still in time. Oops. Well, I'm not gonna be in time if I mess it up like that. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, little hop. Wait for the bomb to explode. There we go. Easy 3,000 kill. We'll ignore that first one that I got. Let's just say that's first try and ignore that first, first what exactly? I don't think anything happened. Alright, let's see if we can get not last. That's last. That's not what I said. What about this one? That's also last. Can we do it on this one? I had low expectations, and yet somehow they let me down. Oh well. Let's just hit random on all of them and pretend that this is not our fault. Alright, did the tickets. Now let's go ahead and do fashion report. Head on down here. Okay, so I need to dye either my gloves black or my shoes white. Let's go ahead and do that before I forget. I have a lot more black, so I'll just use one of those. And it's gloves, right? Yes. I can't dye these. Oh, of course not. It's Emperor. They're Emperor's new gloves. Of course I can't dye them. So I have gloves on these. And then I'll apply this one. And I should be able to dye these, yes. Okay, now that should be 80 points. Or maybe a little bit more, because that gets me, the dye gets me 3 points because it's the exact dye that it wants. Let's see. Yep, okay. So you actually only need 2 more points if you have a correct item, which means let's see, you get 2 for, you get 1 for the type and then 2 for the actual specific die. So that means that this is always going to get you 81 points. I think that's how it works. Either way, we got our 80 points. So that means we can get our 60k. Let's go ahead and switch over to Dragoon. And head on back to Elpis. So we're on one of the final quests. Now last time Hermes, well, we cornered Meteon because she was acting all weird and didn't want to give her report for some reason. And then she started giving her report. And then Hermes took drastic measures. That's the quickest way to Elpis. Let's see. Yes, there's Elpis. That would be 800. But if I go to the Crystarium, it's only 300. It probably won't actually be any cheaper, but it doesn't matter that much. Let's go ahead and update the stream text. So we're done with the golden saucer stuff. So today I think the first quest is gonna start out with the dungeon, and then we're gonna get the finale for Elpis. So I did have a thought this week about what's going to happen, and my guess is that Meteion and maybe Hermes are going to, and the whole Telepharoi, and how the whole Telepharoi end up with the idea of wanting to die, is that my guess is... Really? I gotta go all the way? Go all the way around here? That's fine. My guess is that the Telepharoi want to die because the results of Meteion's observations, I believe they're going to conclude that the meaning of life is to die. Which means that they want to die and take everyone with them because that's what they believe is the meaning of life. And that's how we're going to get Crazy Fandango at the beginning of the story. That's just my guess for now. We'll find out soon. Also, last time we got all of the overworld aether currents, and the last one that we need is the... Yeah, just the last MSQ. The one that you get from MSQ. I think that's good design to force you to actually run around the zone once. It forces you to run around the zone and explore it once, and then once you've actually finished the story for the zone, they're not going to make you run around it anymore, because like that would just be wasting your time. You've already explored the zone and you've took it in. If you want to walk around it, you can some more, but once you're finished with the story, you're not required to be on your... You're not required to just run around on foot anymore. It also makes it so that you don't just fly between points, because that's one of the things I really didn't like about Dragonflight, was that you got flying immediately, and then I didn't really, like, walk around at all, and I didn't have any sort of, like, idea of where things were. Well, I kind of did, like... In a general level, like I knew what way Valdrakken was and that kind of thing, but it was much better. I felt like I was missing a lot of the stuff that, like, they put these effort into making these zones, but then you just end up flying over them. Just felt, what's the right word? It felt like I was missing out on what could have been good, and then they were, because of the design, it ended up making it so that you had no reason to actually look at it. I don't know how to put that into words. Anyway, here we are. I'm gonna talk. I don't remember if I talked to Vina and Emmett Selk or not, so let's go ahead and talk to them. Start off by talking to them, and then we'll talk to Hythlodaeus, and go after Hermes and Meteion. Do you understand why Hermes would do this? His logic escapes me entirely. Of course it would, Emmett. Of course it would. If all Hermes means to do is listen to Meteion's report, then it's his right to do so. But once he receives the answers to his questions, what then? The fate of the world may very well hinge upon the choices he makes in that moment, and we must be there when he makes it. Caging the messenger. Hythlodaeus is pondering what to do next. Hermes has headed for Ktisis. Considering the expansive dimension of the place, even we may have a difficult time locating his ether. All I can say is that he entered from the rooftop, and likely arrived at the uppermost point in the facility. So, do we pursue him? Of course we pursue him, no matter what Hermes might be thinking. Meteion is a potential threat that needs to be brought under our control. The Convocation's duty to safeguard this star takes precedence over any personal stake in the matter. Vena, Brillian. 'Tis clear we stand on a precipice, but we have yet to determine beyond a shadow of a doubt that Meteion's is the hand which tips us over the edge. Nevertheless, if we are to learn the truth of the final days, we must give chase, and even if neither Hermes nor Meteion is ultimately responsible, we cannot leave them to suffer this torment alone. Agreed on all accounts. To Kinesis. Catissus. Hyperbia we go. Hyperbolia. I can't pronounce any of these words. So they're just gonna take us straight there, or do I have to walk over there? Oh, okay, gave me a little bit of a jump. Let's head on up here. And I believe this is gonna be a dungeon. I think I did I've done all the Endwalker dungeons so far with Dark Knight. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it with Warrior, because Warrior is just a little bit under, a little bit less XP than Dark Knight is right now. I mislike the look of this. Judging from the crowd, something is afoot. What have we here? Excuse me, has something happened inside Catesis? Mistress Vana, I'm so glad you're here. No one knows what prompted it, but the alarm was sounded and Catesis put into a state of alert. Procedure dictated that we evacuate immediately, and we have yet to investigate further. This is Hermes' doing, obviously. And what does this state of alert entail exactly? A field of dampening magic tech is draped over the entire facility, usually in response to escaped entities and the like. Catesis scholars and observers are unaffected, but everything and everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. Then consider us forewarned. We do, however, have urgent business with Chief Hermes, and must enter the premises regardless. That said, if Hermes is willing to enact such measures, I would wonder what other obstacles he has seen fit to drop in our path. What with enfeebling spells in place, we're not like to be at our fighting best. And I was hardly an effective combatant to begin with. I've little to offer beyond my ethereal vision. Then you will put that talent of yours to good use. You are fairly skilled at spotting weaknesses, if I recall. Fairly skilled? Now you've gone and raised everyone's expectations. You all only need to make most of your strengths, and I will fill in the gaps as required. Right, because she can fight. Obviously, we saw last time she can fight. And we've seen that Emmett can fight. But Hythlodaeus is more of the scholarly book type. I mean, he works at the DMV after all. I was once a Zem, after all. 'Twas my job to rise to the occasion, be that as a defender, aggressor, or healer. I feel better about my lack of prowess already. And you, Emetselk, can impress us with your arcane majesty. You lob potent spells as easily as breathing, but can also channel that power in a protective manner if you so choose, yes? Well, yes, such the situation calls for it. Excellent! That should cover us on all fronts. I wonder if I can actually do the dungeon with them. Maybe they'll be maybe it'll be trust NPCs? Wait. I have to be able to do this with them, because the previous ones I had been doing with the NPCs, but they were always Scions. But obviously the Scions can't get here, which means these are the NPCs I'm going to have to do this with. That's going to be really cool. Because I was wondering, that was also something I thought of this week. I was wondering if I would actually be able to do the dungeon with them. Your tale led us here, Beryllian, so 'tis only right that you lead us now. No matter what lies ahead, we will win through to Hermes and Meteon. And then we will face the future together. Catesis Borea is now available. Okay, yeah. So I can do the dungeon with them. Okay, yeah. That makes sense that they're all arounders. And then, wait, that doesn't make it. Oh, okay, he's gonna be a bard. Okay, that makes sense. What a great angle. Okay, so that means I can make Emmett be a DPS, or I can make him be a healer. I don't really want Emmett to heal me, so Vanaz is gonna be the healer. Hythlodeus will be a bard, and oh, that makes sense. Then that'll be able to cover any cases. As long as you put 2 all-arounders in there, then you can have them fill in for any role. And I'll have Emmett be a black mage. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with Catesis Hyperborea. The World Unsundered. That's right, that's where we are. It's pretty cool to do the dungeon with them. Okay, let's actually remember my tank stance because I haven't done a dungeon in a while. And let me look at my abilities again because I haven't played warrior in a while. So shake it off, heal, full health, vengeance. Okay, yeah. Let's go.
Please turn back, else I might be forced to.
Oh no, I know you're not. We're not forcing you to do anything, Hermes. You decided to do this yourself. Oops, wasted inner release. Okay, I haven't actually done a dungeon with this ability yet. Basically just the AoE OGCD. So going to the left.
I see you.
I should actually probably use Bloodwetting. Completely forgot I had that.
Have a taste.
Be gone.
Have a taste.
Man, Bloodwetting is so satisfying. There we go. I forgot how much fun it is to play warrior. I don't think I've actually done a dungeon. Yeah, because like in the past 2 weeks I haven't really done almost any gaming at all.
Be gone. Be gone.
And that includes doing dungeons. I'm purposely not trying to double pull. I mean, I don't think I even can. But I learned my lesson with Tower of Zot. And, well, I did the... I don't remember what it's called. I know I learned my lesson with Tower of Zot.
Heal me.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that there were enemies that were going to spawn there. Oops, wasted that. I would have waited. Just making Vanilla use up all of her instant casts.
Out of my way. I'm not entirely useless.
Hey man, we never said you were. There we go. First boss. Let's see what he is. Lisa. Shouldn't pull with a gap closer. I didn't need to use Shake It Off there. How is this gonna work? Okay, well, his stuff went here, so this is probably where he is. Ah, okay. That was pretty obvious. Pull him back to center.
I see you opening.
Have a taste.
Okay, so he went through there, went through... Okay, this is where he ended. Because this one has a set of footprints going away. So it looks like he went through there, went through here, came around here, and came back out here.
Out of my way.
Probably get out of the way of that. Okay, that's a party wide. This is the triangles, I think, again. Yep, 3 icicles and then a triangle.
Mine is the ether.
Okay, looks like it's different crystals this time. Now, this is where I should use Shake It Off.
Out of my way.
Mine is the ether.
Another Frostbite and Seek. That's annoying. Let's see. So we ended here. Man, they give you so much time to do that. Frigid Stomp is party-wide, but we kill him too quickly anyway. Anyway, let's head on up here. See what else this dungeon has for us.
I see you opening.
What's wrong button? Doesn't matter. Meant to hit arm's length. There we go. Stuff. Yep, I was thinking stuff gonna spawn here. Just cycle through my mitigation. That room seemed to open for stuff to not spawn in it.
Have a taste.
I have so many, there's so many mitigations that I should just try and keep something up at almost all times. Like I use bloodwetting, and then use something while it's cooling down. Oops, wrong button. Then use bloodwetting again, and then use something in between.
I'm not entirely useless.
Have at you.
Oh, I thought Emmett said I'm not entirely useless, but it makes a lot more sense for Hythodeus to say it. Okay, let's fight this pack. Try and stack them up a little better.
Out of my way.
Have a taste.
Just talking about keeping mitigation up, and then I didn't have anything up. Poor Vinal, having to keep me alive. There we go. Another treasure coffer there. Wonder if any of this glam will look decent. It's pretty much been mostly jewelry. Oh right, what's this thing? Laden Lord. Sure. He draws in either. What's he gonna do now? He's gonna fire his laser. Yep. Well, it was actually a fire breath, but whatever. Close enough. They're all standing on this side, so I'm going to stand over here. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I see it's from the side of the heads. Probably should make it so that he doesn't absorb the fire, or inhale the fire. Okay, so yeah, we gotta stand in this right in front of him this time. I used reprisal there because I thought it was gonna be a raid wide, but I should have just used shake it off.
Stand firm.
Oh, this is what I'll use shake it off for. You gotta stand over here.
Have a taste. Have at you.
He's gonna use scratch, but that's not very effective. He says as he loses a third of his health.
Be gone.
Okay, this one, yeah, we're safe over here.
Have a taste.
Here we go. I'm level 88. And I get another onslaught stack. Nice. Let's see, getting a bit cloudy up here.
I cannot let you take Meteon. Not yet.
Fail cleave unga bunga. Gotta love warrior. Oh, what a lovely bunch.
I'm not entirely useless.
Having fun playing warrior.
I see you.
Have a taste.
I find Dark Knight fun too, but warrior is just like I don't even need to think. Got some more mobs?
I must hear their answers before they're expunged from existence.
Reprisal and arm's length don't do quite enough to be like a full mitigation, but they do help with they do help a little bit. They're usually enough to get you to the next blood wedding if you need it. But Vengeance and Rampart are much better. Thrill of Battle seems like it's pretty good too, but I just don't use it that much. And then of course you have Equilibrium as emergency, oh no I'm about to die button. Oh, I thought that was a treasure chest. No, the treasure chest is over here.
Have a taste.
I wanted to use an AoE so I can hit both of them to get a bit more healing from Blood Wedding. Alright, let's see what's up here. Oh right, he transformed it into this thing. Winged Defiance. Hermes.
So, it comes to this. I have no wish to fight, but this time, I cannot yield. Though the world may think me a mad, desperate fool, I will hold fast to my conviction.
Alright then, let's face off against Hermes.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Gust and gale, gather to me! Ancient brand, unleash your power!
Okay, I probably shouldn't stand in front of any of those.
Dancing wind, pierce my foe! Stars on high, fall as rain!
Okay, what was Meteor? Ah, okay. Stand right here. You just shake it off.
Out of my way. This may seem...
Oh, I see. I get it. Just a little bit slow. Of course, it still didn't do like any damage.
Have a taste.
And now you get off of it. Yep. Let's interrupt that. Okay, where are they gonna be this time? Oh, no, that was something else.
Streams of ether! Surge as one!
Okay, they're over there.
I'm not entirely useless.
Okay, and then those will be the last ones. So we'll wait for these to fire before we move over. Yeah, then we move over. Not yet. Now we move over here. I could use shake it off there. Come on. Select the right thing.
Dancing winds! Here's my
Have
foe!
a taste.
Still got vengeance up, so I should be fine. And I'll make sure to interrupt this. But you should wait until the bar is mostly filled before you interrupt it.
Stars on high!
Okay, let's see if I can do meteor right this time.
Even when
Move to the center. You shake it off.
But I am not finished yet.
Okay, now what side are we gonna start on? Okay, start over here. Should probably just head over to this one then. Doesn't actually matter that much, right? Yeah, and then move. Oh, okay. Apparently there's something. There's something to indicate which one's gonna die. Also, you guys should probably use LB. Just like a real party. Just like a real party. Not using LB.
No! My power!
Well, let's check them out. See what's going on. Rogue arm. Okay, whatever. Well, let's get going. See what happens.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteon into custody. And setting aside the matter of your nomination, you will come with us too. We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
Meteon, I am so sorry. Would that I could have listened to your report in full. Reflected upon its meaning and conveyed it to others. That they might reconsider their chosen course. But I have failed. And that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me just one thing. Was there happiness in those distant stars?
Probably not, considering everyone was dead.
Was there a reason for living?
And here we go.
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased,
Excuse me?
heard the final testaments of the dying, welcomed their shadowed hearts into our own.
Oh. I see.
One race had striven to create a world bereft of animosity.
And here we get Dark Medion.
They renounced relationships to avoid interpersonal strife, and in so doing brought about societal collapse. One race had renounced war and devoted itself to the enrichment of its people. They were conquered. Though they destroyed the enemy in reprisal, they could not regain their former glory. One race had concluded that finite time was the root of all woes. Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity. They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated. Disillusioned, they gave up on the future and themselves.
It's pretty interesting.
One race had discarded all things that gave rise to sorrow, hoping to have only joy. They found joy lost its savor in the absence of sorrow, and lost their will to live.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Though worlds apart, these peoples shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best. That they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of which, they learned the truth.
Uh-oh.
That they would never be free of fear and sorrow, anger and despair, of loneliness, so long as they yet live.
Yeah, this is usually not a good sign.
Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this song of anguish, I lend my voice. We lend our voice. Oh, beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful Etheris, rejoice, for we will free you from the cruel yoke of existence.
You know, I didn't want to be right.
There is no need to struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation. You will know peace and serenity, and it will be beautiful. We will make our nest at the edge of the universe, and there in the dark of dead worlds hoard sorrow and suffering. There we will sing, our chorus ever louder and ever clearer, that our song may reach even this ether-shrouded star. Such is the answer we have found in the stars. Such is the gift we now offer to Etheris.
Who are you to decide our fate? To decree we live or
The
die?
fact that Emmett's saying this. And everything he did in Shadowbringers.
Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
Yeah, pretty much.
In the name of the star, we have discarded those creations that we deemed flawed. If we ourselves are flawed, does it not stand to reason that we too should be discarded?
Oh. I mean,
sophistry, and you know it.
that's not wrong.
Perhaps it is. Perhaps I am wrong. But who is to say that you are right? Let us settle this with a determination. In my authority as Chief Overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist.
Oh no.
If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to avert his demise. If not, he will perish from the start. As with all determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness. Kairos, awaken!
Memory reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instruction.
What?
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea. Starting point. Arrival of MSQ of the convocation at Propylion.
Wait,
Endpoint.
is he just erasing all of this? And this is why they
Erase the
didn't know?
memories of all events, and replace with a vague recollection of the following.
How does he even have this?
I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to MSQ and Hithodeus.
And that's why they didn't know.
Meteon's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence, and all dissipated with a burst. The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execute.
Command acknowledged. Initializing. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
Go, Meteon. To the edge of the universe, where none can reach you.
I guess we had to go to the end of the universe then.
Hermes, won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Silly fool. Had you said yes, I would have granted you the gentlest end.
This ends here!
Shouldn't she have freed the others first?
Fly, Meteon!
That is far enough, Hermes!
Argos, to me!
First process complete. 2 remaining to execution of memory reconfiguration.
As if we needed more pressure. No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today. For it is the key to saving your future. Your world. This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with. Not yours. No. Your own struggle awaits. And no one else can take your place. You must flee this place with your memories intact. And I will see that you do. Now then, where is it? There you are, my little confluence.
Almost!
Of course she's not gonna get it.
Very well then.
Oh.
You may elude us this day, but not forever.
Did she just put a tracker on her and that's how we're gonna find her?
Meteon's gotten away.
Second process complete. 1 remaining to execution.
Ugh. No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building. I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am. But neither can I let you escape!
Well, somehow Hythlodaeus, or at least the memory of Hythlodaeus, remembers us. Oh. Oh my.
Too brave by half. Exemplary work, as always, Emmett Selk.
What? But how? I thought the confluence was... over...
A trick.
Over there? Yes. We were rather hoping you would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now. The instant those two began making their way towards nothing, 'twas clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a confluence, I must confess.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking he said he wasn't very strong.
A gambit brazen beyond words. Though we've grown accustomed to reckless improvision due to the antics of an incorrigible associate. Though, in the case of certain present company, incorrigible is an understatement. Honestly, I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every Azen.
There we go.
There's no time! Quickly! Even now, I do not believe your tale. I would not suffer us to walk such a wretched path.
Still,
if it must be said. Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
Final process complete. Executing universal memory alteration.
Well, I guess
Go on,
Van Daniel
boss.
is the, I guess he does join and become next Van Daniel. At least that's my guess of how it has happened. So Vana and us and we remembered everything, but Emmett and Hythlodaeus didn't. Yet somehow Hythlodaeus remembered that he met us.
I'm fine. Just a little tired.
Oh, right. It was auto-playing, so I thought I had started it.
Can it be true? Are we the only ones left who see beauty in the world? In life? Are the stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations? And yet, I feel her. Though she is unimaginably distant, I feel Meteion's presence, and the place where to we must go. Ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail. She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down. But thanks to Emmet Selk and Hythlodaeus, all is not lost. We remember. So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
What became of the others, I wonder? So, what now? So I do have one big question, and how this actually ties into the final days. So, well, actually, I guess Hermes causes the final days. But then, how is it happening again in our time? Or is Meteion doing it? Anyway, we'll see.
I'd like to know too. Let us ascertain the situation at Cutisis Hyperborea, where they should still be. Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly. In which case... I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time? Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him. Now, close your eyes and open your mind.
Oh, okay. Seeing through the eyes of the dog, or Argos.
Thank goodness you are unharmed.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteon, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos's accidental operation.
Yeah, definitely. That's what happened.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Venar and your other companion? You went inside together, as I recall.
We did?
If Venar was with us, I have no recollection of it. But that there is her familiar, is it not? The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress as well. I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word. Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Venar about it when next we meet.
Yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteon did, it seems he bore the brunt of it.
No.
Once you
Not
are fit
quite.
to travel, you will return with us to Amarot. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
And he probably accepts it.
Yes, of course. As you see fit.
This Kairos, it manipulates memories through the emission of etheric waves, correct? There is a theory which holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored when the soul is cleansed in the underworld. If true, then perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
No, that won't be
I
for a
doubt
while.
aught of interest occurred. Look forward to the revelation if you like, but I should prefer to reminisce on more meaningful moments.
Oh, I'm sure nothing important happened. Yeah, sure.
Let us rest. If only for a while. After all, you and I... Oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
Yeah, she's still got to become Heidelin and everything. Alright, let's turn in this quest as Dragoon. Actually, yeah, Dragoon. So I can get the XP on it. Are you feeling at all recovered? I understand that your exertions were more than purely physical, but resting one's body, if only for a moment, is never without merit. Sorry, I have a hard time at being able to do that, being the Warrior of Light and everything. As for Hermes, I think it is unlikely he will create more entelechies. He poured much of himself into Meteon, and now that she and her sisters are gone, dissipated, in his mind, the grief must be unbearable. Wait. Oh, he erased his memory too. For some, I thought that he kept his memories, but I guess that makes a bit more sense. So he isn't the one that explicitly causes the final days as Fandaniel. It actually ends up being Meteon, and then somehow he doesn't figure out that it's, what's the force called again? That entelechies use. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, let's continue. The grief must be unbearable. He will blame himself. He will believe that. He had never acknowledged his dissatisfaction with the world. Then the Mattia would have never been born to suffer and die. The offer to join the 14 will be a welcome distraction, and one day hence he will face the advent of the final days in the role of Fandaniel. Yep, and that should be flight unlocked in Elpis. May now enter with trust companions. Yeah. Nice. And then this will be the last quest to finish up Elpis. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. I'll use this waterfall as a backdrop. It's been a little over an hour of actually streaming. Oops, I always hit the wrong button. Anyway, time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to, and I'll be right back. Sorry about that. The break was a little bit longer than I had meant it to be. Got distracted by something that I saw something and I started working on it. I'm like, oh wait a minute, I'm on break from stream. I need to get back to it. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to Vana. Finish up Elpis. I think this is gonna be the last quest. Hold on, I can check this. Got it up here. It should be the last quest in Elpis. Yes. Let's go ahead and do this quest, and then maybe we'll just get to the very beginning of the next quest set of quests. So we've still got Labyrinthos, the second half of Labyrinthos, and then we've got the final zone, which I know the name of, but I'm not going to say because we haven't actually gotten there yet. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to Vana and finish this up. Thou must live, die, and know. Vana is watching you in quiet contemplation. Brilliant, listen to me. Our duty now is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination, or to convince Emet-Selch and Hythlodaeus that they have been deceived. No, we must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. Yes. What remains in our memories alone will be our weapon against the final days. You must fight this battle in your age, and I in mine. Come, let us walk together once more. I will see to the doors of Propylion. So now I can fly, but I don't think I will fly. Or I'm gonna get this last. Actually, yeah, I will fly. I'm gonna get this last area so that I can get the achievement for exploring everything, and then we'll head over here. There we go. You know, when I first had heard of Elpis, I thought that Elpis was gonna be the moon. I didn't realize it was gonna be this. This looks really nice. I still see some resemblances between this and Labyrinthos. It'd be really funny if she transports us back and that's where we are. Your time in this age is drawing to an end. Upon speaking to Vana, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Oh, better get the popcorn. It's recommended you set aside sufficient time to view the scenes in their entirety. Yeah. Alright then, you guys get your popcorn, time to watch another movie. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We already had a great show. This is part 2.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
Yes, this is where we part ways. Perhaps I should stay and help. No.
May you and yours emerge triumphant.
Well, of course, I'm the main character after all.
Make use of the knowledge you have gained, that your days in Elpis and our friend's sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteion free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold.
And that's how you get her people that worship Hydaelyn. And the group that...
I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14.
Nope. Can't do that.
However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. Were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the Convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the Convocation.
And that's why she becomes Heidelin and everything.
Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteon at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him. On us. You may find your world to be very different. Or perhaps the erasure of our friends' memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I, as will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise. Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
I still don't understand how Hythlodaeus knows us in Alborand, if his memories of us were erased.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandani.
Really, they're gonna play answers.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. where stars fall as tears and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations.
Abominations, there we go.
Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end.
Alright, T for teen.
That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiark. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong! Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it! We won't accept it! It will be ours again! A world free of sorrow!
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
This reminds me of the ending of Bastion, where you get to choose to continue on with the world or reset it. Or not reset it, you don't know you're resetting it. But it says, or to like, try and do it again, and then it just starts the game over.
O mighty Zodiark! God, born of our boundless faith! We bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old. The days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
They sound like crazed primal worshippers. They sound just like the beast tribes.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential, in his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise. Henceforth, he shall walk.
Man, this is really good. I know I've said it before, but I'm really glad I played this game.
All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering, to mire and plague.
You can see how she would be seen as the villain by, like, regular people. And, like, Emmett.
In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question.
Answer.
Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die?
Literally the lyrics.
As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest.
Ah, there we go.
A quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured. To find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting.
Jeez.
A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
That was at the very beginning.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Man, I've listened to Answers so many times, and then just that whole cutscene. Like, this is almost top Shadowbringers. Like, just that scene, we haven't even gotten to the conclusion, or to the finale yet. And I'm comparing this against 5.0, not 5.3. 5.3 has a slightly different finale, or meeting. Anyway. We've got just, let's go ahead and turn in that quest. Where are we going? Port to Kryl in the main hall of the Bedusian Annex. Okay. Let me teleport to, Limsa. So, let's actually get out of the... Grab a Glamour Dispeller and get rid of the Almaratine robes. Definitely gonna need to take a bit, to, process all of that. I think this will be once we turn in this quest, that'll be a good stopping point for the stream. Because man, that was crazy. I had seen that Vana, covered in black. I'd seen that picture before, but I didn't know what the context was. I mean, obviously I knew that she was, like, forging on and, like, working and suffering, but not the full context. Okay, let's head over to the Bedusian Annex. And I think that'll wrap things up for today. Said I wanted to finish up Elpis, and that's exactly what we did. Hello, Tataru. You have a knack for turning up at exactly when needed, and this is no exception. Brilliant, impeccable timing as always. I'd heard you were off in the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, as so often seems to be the case, while you were away, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I cannot tell how wonderful it is to have you back. Well, we'll find out what those developments are next time. That was a ton of fun. And by ton of fun, I mean emotionally draining. Of course, they're gonna play Answers during that cutscene. It's exactly what the song ends up. You come full circle. You come full circle for at the beginning with the Bahamut and ARR and ARR. You come full circle to having Vana and / Heidelin singing Yeah, this is our answer. Anyway, that was amazing, and I'm so glad I played this game. I said that earlier, but I'm so glad. Anyway, that's gonna be all for today. I wanted to finish up Elpis. That's exactly what we did. And now we're going to continue on. We still got to finish up. There's a little bit more to do in Labyrinthos, and then there's a whole nother zone that we still have to get through. But we'll start figuring out. We'll figure out and find out what Kryl has to tell us next time, and then we'll figure out what we're doing. But until then, goodbye.